How's it going, everyone? I'm Adam Molina. A little over a year ago, we reviewed the Plantronics Backbeat Pro, and while we weren't blown away, it's hard to say that they weren't a good pair of headphones. Now they're back with a plus sign at the end of the name, but what else is different about these headphones? Is the active noise canceling any stronger? Is the connection any better? Let's find out. When you open the box, you'll get a carrying case, the headphones, a micro USB cable, 3.5mm audio cable, USB dongle for high quality streaming, and the quick start guide and warranty information, which I actually ended up referring to a couple times. The first thing you might notice is that these look very similar to the original Backbeat Pros. Like, very similar. They're still made of a hard plastic, which means that they have a solid build, but that also means that they're pretty heavy as well. As was the case with the originals, they're not overly heavy, but just enough that you'll be aware of the giant headphones you're wearing. The padding gets the job done, but they're not going to blow your mind in terms of comfort. I mean, they are comfortable, but I had to take them off after about an hour or two to let my ears breathe. The ear cups rotate, which makes it easy to slide them into the included carrying pouch, but they still don't fold down, so if you plan to use them for commuting, that's something to keep in mind. I wasn't a big fan of how the original ones looked, and I'm not a big fan of these either. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's so many buttons and knobs packed into them that it almost makes the headphones harder to use. There was definitely more than a few times where I would lean my head on the window or try and adjust the headphones and I would accidentally press the button to pause it or skip the track, and it did get really annoying after a while. Plantronics made sure that there were multiple ways to connect to the Backbeat Pro Plus. You can connect in the usual way with Bluetooth, or NFC if you have a compatible device, to the USB dongle if you plug that into your computer, or with a standard 3.5mm audio cable if you have an older source device. They also make it a point to say that they have an extended range of more than 300 feet, and we were eager to try this out. After plugging the USB dongle to my computer and then connecting the headphones to the dongle, it was clear that they weren't bluffing. I had crystal clear music anywhere in the house. Using only my phone as my source device while commuting, the connection was great and literally didn't skip once. So kudos to Plantronics for making the connection more reliable. The microphone was also crystal clear while talking on the phone, and people on the other end didn't even question whether or not I was actually using the phone. Plantronics claims a battery life of 24 hours, and we got really close to that at about 23, and that's with active noise cancelling and Bluetooth. The battery is really good, and unless you leave it playing overnight like I did, you probably won't run into any issues. You can also make them last quite a bit longer by doing one of two things. One, you could turn off the Bluetooth and just use active noise cancelling, or two, turn off the active noise cancelling and just use the Bluetooth. Either way, you'll last way more than 24 hours. The headphones also have built-in sensors that are supposed to conserve battery even more during use, including one that pauses playback when you take them off and then resumes playback when you put them back on. The active noise cancelling seems to be another thing that was left the same as the originals. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. If you have music playing, they actually do work pretty well, but if you don't have anything playing, don't expect to be transported to your own little private island of solitude. If you enjoy headphones with a lot of bass, you're gonna like these. I prefer a more toned down bass, but I can appreciate a strong low end when it's done correctly. These do a good job in emphasizing the right parts of the low end, even if it does sometimes bleed into the mids. Vocals and snares came through clearly over the top of the other instruments, but those other instruments tended to stay in the background for most of the songs. The mids are fine and there isn't much negative to say, but don't expect to hear every detail in the instrumentation of some songs. Highs were good and never got harsh at all. Guitar slides had a good amount of detail to them, and in the many hours of testing, I never had any cringeworthy moments. Rather than make a brand new pair of headphones, Plantronics just took their already good pair of headphones and made them a little bit better. Sure, they still have their flaws, but they do a lot of things really well. In fact, that might be one of my only real complaints about these headphones is that they do a little too much. But that could just be the minimalist in me. I'm sure there are tons of people out there that would love to have this much functionality packed into one pair of headphones. Just like the originals, these aren't exactly cheap, but if you're already in the market looking for a pair of headphones that have a ton of features, this is the way to go. We're giving the Backbeat Pro Plus an 8.6 out of 10. And that's it for this one. Thanks for watching our review. If you want to know more about these headphones, check out the full written review over at SoundGuys.com. While you're here, be sure to give us a couple thumbs up and let us know we're doing a good job. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and sign up for our monthly newsletter so you can stay up to date with all the newest reviews and audio news here at SoundGuys. Links to all of that in the description down that way. I'm Adam Molina. I'll see you later.